CSGO skins, you collect those. That's something. Yeah, it's not too bad.
He does. He is an arabesque that's worth more than my home.
That's... Where do you live? What kind of home have you got?
Yeah, that's a shack, actually.
Well then, we are going to see an opening frag from Wolfie as M80 look to bounce back here. A couple of opening kills, not bad at all, containing the dark push. They've got a 4 versus 3 and active play from the CTs as well, pushing towards A main, trying to get some information as to where the remaining 5yclone players may be residing.
Oh, I like the poke for Rek, but no kill from it. JamYoung won't get given another chance as they reset. Mid gets taken, but maNkz has his eyes on the ball.
What are we saying? Strawberry jam or raspberry jam? What's your favorite?
That's hard, isn't it?
That's a big question.
Is a hard question.
Strawberry for sure.
I think it has to be
classic.
strawberry.
Raspberry is a treat every now and then, just to mix it up. But maNkz will be getting a face full of lead. It's going to be an equalizing kill.
malbs is ready, though. Ready to deal with this B play. The split through Temple is looked down by malbsMd, and the doctor is in. 4 kills in the pistol from malbs.
Been waiting a whole map for him to actually do something. And
I should have watched him in the warm-up, man. I could have told you that was coming.
That's true, yeah. He did have a bloody good pistol there.
Yeah.
And that's more like it for malbs. No longer left to the wayside at ramp. Going to be very influential on the CT side of Anubis towards this B bomb site. Fantastic shooting.
Yeah, really clean on that final kill as well. Swisher looked great on the first map, and now we have got malbs stepping up. You love to see that. Will there be a force buy? Apparently not. It's one of those rounds, boys, where we just have to say things. Just anything will do.
Well, most rounds we kind of...
Yeah, but these are the rounds. There's not much to talk about, not much to report. We all know what's happening here. They're going to bait out the grenades. They're going to just slow the round down. Consider their options.
Any more?
Is that like a caricature of yourself?
Yeah, no, exactly.
You toned it up 20%.
I'm aware of sometimes you say things just for the sake of not being silent. That these sort of rounds, although a kill has been found early on, an interesting maneuver from Wolfie. You might be onto something here, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, you're saying something's happening?
Something has happened.
In this round, of all rounds.
Of all of the rounds, it's actually getting a little bit spicier than you might expect here. So with a minute remaining and an MP9 in hand, JamYoung, the hero of Nuke, may be able to find yet another incision, but it's not looking great. They've got a single flashbang. Right down.
Oh, they don't know. He's close. Oh, that's all the chance gone now. No way the Glock gets anything done here, but they're not ready for the Glock. So there is a world where the Glock could get a kill. But malbs, I mean, malbs not going to die to the Glock. They come through a middle, good clear. And yeah, JamYoung.
Go on.
Jam the toast, eat the toast, shit the toast. God,
jam the toast. We'll see how far this jam hole goes. As we get...
what you call it?
Yeah, I don't know. JamYoung, is there anything left? As he scrapes the jar. We need the final kill come through. You guys actually being pretty serious in the first map. We didn't want to come and derail this too much.
We thought it was about time.
Yeah, well,
to spice it up.
Okay, so the guns are coming out. This is a real round.
That's too good. That was great.
What have we got? AKs pretty much across the board. Kaze, Khalil, if you want to use the proper pronunciation, which I try to. Kaze, Kaze, Kaze.
Why are you throwing out all these alternate pronunciations?
You really can't pick a side today. Yeah, I do. What is this molly? What? Good luck finding. Where the hell did the molly go? Oh, wait. I don't even know. I'm lost. Did it bloom on top rugs, and that's where the smoke came
they
in?
might have smoked on top of it.
That's bloody
potentially, so it gets the insta pop.
Look at the take, and this is why M80 went for this map pick, right? They got tricked to the trade.
On the desk, even the manager was saying like, "Oh yeah, the V2 went very well." I was like, "Well, all right, let's reel it in, see how the first map goes." But
I mean, it's all about the closing. It's all about the last two.
But yeah, they said Anubis is where they do their best work, and so far so good.
5yclone have only played it a few times with this roster, all domestic, of course.
And even there, it's a mixed bag, we'll say.
It's a, mixed,
like a mixed fruit jam.
Can you combine multiple fruits in jam? I think it's you choose one, right? Like
I think it is.
Well, I don't know if there's like, I think you could make whatever jam you wanted, Henry.
Jam it all together. See what comes out as Rek. He manages to find a couple of kills at the FAMAS, doing great work. Upgrade to the AK-47, finds his third. An incredibly difficult position to find multiple kills, but he stands tall, doesn't even take any damage on route. 4 versus 2, Mercury and Kaze will be remaining here on the A bomb side, but they are surrounded. Rek should be able to find an easy frag. That's the same story for everyone on M80 this round as they go up 3-0, very convincing. And no bomb planted, barely found any damage there.
I want to level with you, Henry, because when you came over today, I promised you a very exciting series, a very good game. The first map was kind of lights out, a lot of sick moments there throughout the first map.
Yeah.
I think that was the word I was looking for.
Iconic moments.
Iconic moments. But here, this one actually should be more of a stomp. This should be M80 kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm. This is a map that they're proven on. It's one that CycLone are not. And I don't know. I think thus far, you've actually had some very good calling out of Advent to kind of help prop up CycLone, some good moves.
And bear in mind, they won both pistols on Nuke as well. They were 4-1 up on both sides. So that's the idyllic start. They have not got that luxury here, but they are finding some control here in the B bomb site, getting very uncomfortable with the CTs. A bomb will be planted. It's the AWP back at Cave that just has to wait for the rotations here. They do arrive, but what can they really do? Smoked off, and they have got flashes and smokes themselves, but this is very good from CycLone. Holding them at bay, just buying some time.
But they have lineups, getting smokes in for main, for dark. This could set them back up. There's only 2 players in the bomb site committed to fights. Moseyuh falls and Rek ices out Advent, leaving this in a very sticky predicament. The big flank stuck in the mud. Maybe he's stuck in the jam, but he's stuck out of position and he hits his shot, but it's too late. The stick comes in, and Jam Young could not stop that. Jar him up as M80 come in with a 4th.
Oh, it was exciting, wasn't it? Comes down to the wire there, but an incredibly effective retake from M80. Didn't panic, went in together, and it's Wolfie not overstepping the mark as well, allowing his teammates to do the heavy lifting as they get the full defuse in there. Jam Young had a chance to deny the defuse. Comes down to the absolute granular details, but it is going to be M80 continuing with their streak on the CT side of Anubis. Bear in mind, it's a T-sided map as well. This is like the best start you could possibly hope for. You've had some close rounds. You've won out in the clutches. The retake's looking good. Money is online. We've got around $7,000 across the board. AWP for Wolfie as well. He's hitting some great shots on Nuke. And yeah, CycLone, first time they actually get the bomb planted, but unfortunately unable to convert the advantage.
Very nice retake. And now CycLone, hoping to see some depth in this T side, something, right? You know, you can't be coming into Pro League without at least 6 maps in your pool, with an Instaban already shuffled out. We need something here. Actually, I say that they play all 7 maps, or at least they have domestically, so
forget that, man.
Yeah, forget the point. Basically,
retract that comment, and let's get back into it.
If you're playing 7 maps, then show us something.
I think one of the things you often see. Oh, I like this one way that Mercury's. This is like my favorite.
Death to one ways, bro.
Favorite one.
Kill the one way.
I love it.
Good riddance.
I'm so sad this is gone.
I'm glad one ways are gone.
Well, it's fine to be wrong.
Like, one-way still exists, right? They're just more angular now.
If anything, I think they're like way more grimy than ever before, right? Kind of sick how they've done that.
Yeah, they're like...
I just don't like physically not being able to see them. At least,
well, then you must hate
if you see the gap, you need to know there's a gap there.
I can see someone throwing a one, people throw that like top ramp one way on Vertigo, and someone just doesn't peek. They just think, okay, well I physically can't win that fight. Not going to take it.
You know, in CS2, all the one-way smokes are like the horrible ones where your feet are visible to one player, but you can't be shooting back.
Your precious feet.
Exactly.
No one wants to show those off.
Yeah. I do. It's widely known I have the best feet in esports.
That's why you're always wearing slides.
In the entirety of esports. Let's have a look. Oh, shit, they are on... Oh, they're on the table as well now.
Oh, that's a bit disgusting.
How would you describe your foot if you had to summarize it? Elegant, long, and
hot. Hot. Boiling hot feet.
I know, they're covered in toes, man.
Well, like more than usual, or?
Yeah, I got a spare. Ooh, Mercury. He's doming him right now.
They swapped. Oh, neither of them. No, he shot. Why did he turn? He shot and he turned.
That's so crazy.
Okay, bro. 5 on 2. That's a round.
That was like one of those. That was like one of those videos where, like, you know, like a puppy like hiccups or whatever, and like wakes itself up from being asleep, and then like starts barking. He like shot his own gun, and then went, "Oh God, there's someone!" and then turned around, and there actually was a guy there.
Maybe he 90 degreed for A, and then he saw him in his periphery.
Periphery, damn.
Yeah.
Pulling up with the lingo today.
Just a word, though.
Why didn't you say in the corner of his eyes?
Because it's more words.
We nearly saw him in the corner of his eyes.
Don't pay me for the word, Harry.
How it is. And Wolfie just wants to save the orb, and so they will kind of let him do that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. M80 give up their first round here. CycLone on their feet. Pretty convincing one as well, but saved weaponry. We said the money was decent for the North Americans here. Wolfie with the AWP. You can see getting burnt out of the start there. malbs, he'll be sent packing early on in the round, and then it was just a pretty clean conversion at that point. Go for that mid-control. Moseyuh. That is actually a beautiful sight. But round 6, we'll see if they can bounce back here. Wolfie has options at the start of each round, can go towards A main, middle, go for the B push. The AWP does have a lot of impact on the CT side. Swisher just blocking them towards middle as we see the boost attempt behind the smoke. It's obviously pretty well known, but sometimes does yield a cheeky little frag. Good flashes though suggest that he's more than aware of that prospect.
Don't need to die on the hill that is mid, so Swisher begs him to take it if they want to risk it, and they'll have to use util to do so. So Molly, door.
Yeah, I see it similar sort of like a ramp fight on Nuke, for example. Like you can let them have it. Like it's not a bomb site, but it is crucial territory. It allows you to choose a bomb site, make the CTs uncomfortable, force a reaction. So you don't want to give it up for free, but it's fine to play defensively as well and get in those connectors.
Don't know, Henry. Moseyuh crept in the doorway. He could have chased them right there as they backed off. 2 players reaggressed to clear middle. The timing's now a little off, but Moseyuh's not made a move, so M80 don't actually have to worry. He's reset. This is kind of exactly what M80 want in this round. It's just going to be 4 players walking into B main, and Mercury trying to find a timing out dark. He'll be very late to the party. malbs moves away. There is a weakness now, but Wolfie on the orb in the right place.
Well. Wolfie flashed off, but still not dissuaded from the angle. Finds the opening frag, and it's looking very good for M80 once again. Advent will at least pull one back here. Wolfie surrounded. The smokes are actually buying them a lot of space, but the sniper continues to fire off. Bomb to be planted. 2 versus 1, and Kaze left in the clutch here. AWP in a prime position. If he gets towards main, maybe he can do something with this.
The barrel? They didn't see it. They've
got no smoke.
Dark. Yeah, he's got a chance to win this round now.
They're both looking at dark. They're so convinced that that's where he's gone. Kaze with the quick reposition back in the main. They've gone in deep, cleared dark. They're fully pushed through. They're thinking, where the hell is this guy? And so now surely they know. Surely they know. They've got him boxed in back at main. They're going to try and run him down, and they will find him. Kaze cannot clutch in the 1v2. As M80 chase down that last man, that's how they stake their claim to a 5th round and continue building upon this lead.
He hit even harder. It might have been
exactly.
his.
He was just like, are they going for this? I need to know if they're actually at the bomb side at this stage. They went deep in towards that dark position. It was Wolfie that kicked things off, though. A solid hold. Managed to buy a lot of time here because they had a fighting chance, but the flashbang made things uncomfortable. They then pushed them together. Plenty of time to defuse, and will be 5-1 as CycLone continue to struggle here. They don't seem to have many set pieces that we've seen so far. Not many executions, just getting basic map control, 1 flashbang, and full send, which is absolutely fine. But against a team like M80, who are well-versed on Anubis, they might have your number here as we go for that fast mid-take, trying to find that valuable real estate we spoke about before. Smoke's going down, allowing the CTs to transition out of the temple as well. So this is actually a nice coordinated maneuver. 3 CTs looking to reclaim territory, and we'll see if they can do so. Just sitting behind the smoke for now, but they're more than ready to fight.
They've been trading in middle as well, like not even kills, just position, reaggressed again for the CTs as CycLone leave. I want to see them full send this right now. Kaze just peeks mid with the Glock, not with the AWP, and he finds maNkz. Could not tell you why.
One of the players of our helmets, I suppose. That's absolutely wild, as Rec will have A main control, and they'll have the man advantage for now. Decent smoke as well, denies any sort of access. They're going to have to reset the round. You can see them peeling away from A main at this point. They've got no other territory under their remit. They still have 2 smokes and a couple of flashes, but this is getting rough. M80 with that reaggress towards middle. Beautiful play, lots of information garnered, and now with the 2-man stack on either bomb site.
I mean, you talk about the lack of executes. We're even seeing a lack of flashes. They're doing so many dry things, popping in A main, walking into dark. They're not using flashbang, so you're going to be losing a lot of early fights if this is the way you want to take space on a map like Anubis. Swisher and malbs Back of B with a crossfire. Swisher, they can climb out and see malbs first, but he plays passive enough to get the info. They don't care. They run him down, taking both kills 2 for 1, and a 2-on-2 ensues as they can plant.
Yeah, it's old school. It's a basic approach, but it's working out. If you hit your shots, they've got a fighting chance here in the 2 versus 2. It's Wolfie and Rek to try and retake, both coming in from CT.
The molly still in play for Rek is big, but he's going to have to place it well as now he's thrown into the 1v2. He could try knock out the Dark player, but he never makes it that far. Moseyuh cuts them down, and so 5yclone, despite the fact they have that kind of monumental task of pulling back a 3v4, they managed to do it. And it's pop out through Dark proves to be enough.
It's broken the back of M80 as well financially, and yeah, once again, no real execution. This was the Glock play. That's wild. Why would you go for it? Well, like,
He's crossing. He's trying to cross, isn't he?
Just for full belief in the Glock. And
it's like when you see players trying to like sort of get a little bit faster, but they don't want to pull their knife, and they have an AK and they pull their pistol, and they just, they're aiming, but they're not expecting a fight.
That's wild. He had a full gun round. You get an opening Glock kill at range, like with no assists. That's pretty sick.
Helmet.
Yeah.
It's the price you pay, the risk you take.
And it's more and more common these days with the cheap M4 and Kevlar option. You can get a buy for around 3.5K, right? So a lot of players are opting to do that if they want to bet their deagle and their partials. And we're flooding down the window here. It's going to be Mercury mopping them up. And for now, just Rek. Oh, nice. That was nice and quick. We got it over with.
Moseyuh just stopped shooting, tried to wide peek, and 3 guys slipped past. But well communicated, and that's one thing, again, that has seemed drilled, executes, some nice mid-round calling for Advent, and some clutch rounds coming through as well.
And now a nice technical timeout. Just a chance for us to observe, evaluate, and plan our next segment here. Because it's round number 9 coming up, Harry. I know you're excited for this one.
I am. Oh, we're already back in. That was actually a very quick tech pause as far as
bit of music though first,
followed by
and now we're into attack time.
Yeah, that's good. You know, come off attack, reset, chat, figure out what the hell you want to do, because this is a buy off the back of the full eco. Oh, Rory getting in.
Rory Jackson, good to see him back. I mean, he's an acquaintance. Yeah. Giving you that much, so we will say hello to each other. We walk past and
play together, team together.
No, he was much more new school than me. Like just as I was retiring, that's when Def was coming into the UK scene as kind of an upcoming player. Always had a lot of respect in the UK. Like considered one of our best exports of all time, maybe. Played in Complexity. And that's where he spent most of his time moving to the Valorant, and now he's back in the real game.
Yes, true. Went to NA, never came back either. So
no, good. I think he's started a whole new life there. Like he's married and everything, got a house, and that's awesome. So yeah, he's one of those great shooters, a great mind of Counter-Strike. Yeah, exactly. Congrats, I suppose. And yeah, great to see him back in Counter-Strike and as a coach. And
quit CS, got married, got a house, turned it all around,
hit the gym,
and then right back in.
It always finds you. They go through the molly. They couldn't take the 5-on-4. They wanted more. Greedy boys. And now M80, they've got maNkz stuck out in the water.
I like this, though. The CT's getting aggressive after the timeout, trying to change the pace. Hasn't worked out for them necessarily, but it was a cool idea. And Wolfie maybe can salvage the situation, but unfortunately it's more of the same.
This round is disastrous, Henry.
It is, isn't it? It's not great.
They could have taken the 5-on-4. They could have called it off. Coulda, shoulda, didn't. Dead. 4 rounds to 5yclone. And yeah, I mean, from what we've already been saying about this T side, 5yclone don't seem to have a lot of moves yet. So I feel like playing hyper-aggressive CT rounds is only going to feed into their defaults.
Yeah, just kind of
very slow.
Bread and butter Counter-Strike here. We're not seeing anything too flashy. There's no interesting smokes. There's barely been any smokes, honestly. It's all just been quite default, grouping up, one flash, get in there, get the job done. And in terms of the individual skill, from what we've seen today, you might say 5yclone are beating them pound for pound in terms of firepower.
We do call it bread and jam Counter-Strike.
Bread and jam, sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you put butter with the jam or just...
No, I never got
straight
that.
Up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a... You know, butter on toast is nice. It's a lot, it's a lot of fat.
But never together.
But, yeah, if you're going to have a flavor, why do you need the extra fat?
Butter is pretty delicious, Harry.
It is delicious.
I actually don't really... I've come around to butter a bit, but I don't know. I only have a little bit of butter.
Yeah, no, jam.
Butter,
for me, honestly...
Butter in my water bowl.
On a Tuesday. Drinking a bottle of butter.
That's actually...
I prefer Marmalade. That's is that controversial, Henry?
No, I think that's fair. I'm not sure why it gets its own name.
Like orange
it's
jam,
just yeah,
apricot
exactly.
jam, yeah.
Is it maybe because it's like bitter, I suppose, not sweet? Maybe that's why.
Apricot jam.
If you're a jam expert or a marmalade connoisseur, or maybe just know the answer, what's the difference between jam and marmalade?
Use the hashtag ESL Pro League.
Yeah,
has anyone watching ever made jams? I heard that they're quite hard to make.
Really?
Isn't it just melting down fruits and sugar? That's
yeah,
kind of it.
but you know, I think that like it's
That's
one of those
the
ones that
process.
sounds really simple, but then to like execute on a jam well, not a jam young, is
a well of jam. That's quite a quantity. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do a fried
like
with
a
trays.
themed jam segment.
Yeah, getting jammed up with Henry G.
We could do jams of the world.
Jams of the world. I like that.
Apricot jams.
I was looking up
jams
early in this map, and I saw blueberry jam. I realized I've never tried it.
I think I have tried. I don't know. I don't think it is.
No?
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering
I really
my
like
life.
blueberries, so...
That does happen a lot. Sometimes I'll, just live something out and then I go, oh no, wait, that was a film. I didn't experience
Sorry, that wasn't real
was
life.
actually, that was season 3 of Doctor Who, actually. Bugger.
Old school episode.
When you took down the Daleks, man, that
Going
was...
back to the 60s, that's pretty cool.
Well, man.
Vintage.
They still have all these XX, takes. They're throwing mollies outside of A. A lot of, okay, yeah, it landed. We'll allow it. Got a lot of things to M80. It's going to set Wolfie up close.
So this is a lot more controlled now. CycLone receiving the aggression in the previous round for the North Americans, anticipating more of the same here. Now we're starting to see their protocols taking middle, double doors molly, and they're going to be getting control of Dark Room as well. When we say execution, we're just not seeing those 4-man set pieces, all the smokes, Molotovs deployed with tactical flashbangs that don't get your team, but completely wreck the opposition. That's what we're looking for. But honestly, recovering, what was it, a 4-0 deficit? They've done very well. It is a T-sided affair. Like M80 will be pretty happy with the start they've had, but we'll see if they can get back on their feet. It's a pretty compromised buy. Yeah. Wolfie, glass cannon, no real utility on the CT side. They've got a kit. Thankfully, the fact they have no helmets won't come back to bite them. This is just AK-47s here. Being C Swisher, not feeling comfortable with the lack of information. This is taking matters into your own hands and then some. He is alone.
Timing.
He drops down. Maybe it gets interesting.
This is mad.
Wow.
Oh, that's a lineup. 2 kills from Swisher and his crazy mid-round moves. Jamyon tries to make a play. 2v3 now. But as he makes this decision to go through, he would have to go into the molly as well. And this bomb is just too far gone. Surely there's no way back into this. There isn't. You would have to win this with all the kills. And CycLone, no, that's not possible. You either jam young or you live long enough to see yourself become the liquor, Randy, and it will just be the save. Yeah, there's something. It was
so close.
Well, I thought, isn't like liquor, like fermented fruits of some variety?
Actually, no, I like that.
So that was kind of my link in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Apple jam I've never heard of.
Apple jam.
That sounds delicious. It's like apple and apple pie, like sort of melted. Sick round from Swisher, though. Dropping in.
Twitch chat, dropping us some gold here. Hugo and Harry are the best casters. Agreed.
Your shit, Henry.
That other guy that's with them, like, what's he doing?
They're kind of like work experience guys they have in for the day. Palatable.
Just a pleasure to be here, honestly.
Happy to have you.
Double orb setup, boys. Wolfie, maNkz, after Swish up. Were you good?
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
That was a nice round, though. The perfect timing to drop so late in the round after the default had netted nothing. CycLone couldn't hold forever. They had to make a move.
Yeah.
This shuffle is scary. They're waiting the smoke fade, Henry.
And again, I think, oh, here we go, a bit of execution potential.
Yeah.
The Molotovs, and you can see how uncomfortable the CTs are, having to react here, swinging into position is Swisher. Ooh. But it's Rek that will strike first here. Opening frag for M80, and still not finding much control. CycLone do pull one back and start to commit toward the bomb side. The smokes will buy them a little bit more time and space, but Swisher looking comfortable for now. Wolfie maintains a man advantage, looking for the double kill. Jamyoung is incredibly low, but they do have control of the side, but not for long. Swisher will answer back and should secure the round here. Advent, beautiful shot towards heaven.
This could happen. Advent's trying to, but he needs to be ready for this second man. Out through the heavens. He's also getting ramped through main. Advent. Oh, close. And maNkz deletes him.
What a clear.
It's a damn good try from the man at the helm of Cyclone, but he is cut short. M80 managed to recover that 4v1 that looked like it was going to get away from them, and they even saved the double orbs out of the round as well.
I like the execute though, it looks really nice. Rek does super well to make a one-way for himself by smoking that Molotov, plays over on the lip. And Swisher, he's the spray king. I mean, that's not news, that's not new. He's been doing it back in NA for a long time, has great control of the A4 and the AK. I don't think I've ever seen him hold an A1S. And yeah, it looks very nice there. M80 coming alive at the end of the half, not letting Cyclone steam their way into a winning T-side just yet.
Holding the O1S right now, but...
Okay, well...
Other than that,
we'll take it back.
Very well put.
Well,
other than that one detail, it was actually great.
I know he's not a fan.
I believe you, man.
Let's see if he whiffs this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I kind of hope he does. Just, you know, just...
Ooh, no whiffs from Moseyuh, though. That's a beautiful shot. Well placed to the dome of Wolfie.
Oh.
Rek can't do much better, and that's pretty much the round confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If Swish had an A4 there, Henry, I think it would have been...
it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
You were onto something.
On
but again, like these pounce attacks, I don't mind those at all. Like getting that decent mid control, like we talked about. M80 seemed to have either two there or no one at all, and the A-bomb side was stacked, but it's Cyclone helping themselves to the prime real estate, converting the beautiful shot from Moseyuh and just committed towards the A-bomb site. You had to find, what, 2 kills there from Rek to even give the retake a go, but gets nothing.
It's about time we saw that, because so many of these rounds, it's just been like T's taking house in mid, then pulling back, and the CT's re-aggressing as the T's leave. Like, we've not actually had any fights, any skirmishes, any takes of middle for Cyclone. And this is a map that you'll often see, you know, a 4-1 with, you know, an A main taking a guy lurking mid to catch those B rotates through the fast middle into camera. And we've not really seen anything in mid, any fights in mid. So nice to see just a full assault for Cyclone, changing the tune at the end of the half.
Do you think it's sad maNkz gone? I feel like the energy's changed.
I feel like the whole show's sadder.
Yeah.
Mac left, yeah.
Like, we brought Jason in, but he hasn't like, even done a front flip yet. He hasn't done any sort of gymnastics, honestly.
No, and honestly, I don't think it's going to make up for the vibe change until Jason does a flip of some variety. It could be a cartwheel. I would settle for a cartwheel.
I would like a cartwheel,
like a handstand or something.
We haven't had a stunt.
Like, I don't even think we're asking for a lot with that. You know, Mac was jumping in the ocean. He was swimming in Sydney.
He still is.
He was doing front flips.
Front flips on the first day as
Literally day one. Just showed up. First time on camera. Front flip.
Front flip. Oh, that's a huge kill, because this aggro was a little stuck out in the mud now. maNkz will manage to get back. Kaze respects it because he has to hold middle. Swisher finds an important kill. Wolfie looks for more. 4-on-2 for the half. M80 are right there. They can feel it. Not jumping the gun.
Surely this is their round.
Yeah.
There's no way they give this one up, you would assume.
Famous last words.
Oh dear, Wolfie. The prime angle. Should have no problem dispatching of his opposition at Advent.
Easiest kill of his life.
Playing it cool, playing it calm. Kaze, meanwhile, just patrolling middle. Trying to assess the situation, work out what they're up against, suggest they're going in towards A. Smoking off the B connector. Will Wolfie take the bait? Will he look away? Doesn't avert his gaze. And it should confirm the round, ladies and gentlemen. Kaze would have to do something magnificent here. maNkz in the perfect position. And we've got one more round left of play. 8-6. They've confirmed the half victory on the CT side. That might not seem like it's a very exciting prospect, but bear in mind, it's a T-sided affair. They're a map down, and winning the half on the CT side of Anubis is a massive deal. I hope that comes across in my tone.
No, you've broken it down pretty succinctly there, pretty clearly. This does matter massively, presumably.
Let's hope so. For their sake.
So vague. So much being said, but this might be possibly the big defining moment.
I like the change of pace that we have.
There's no way of knowing for sure.
Yeah.
Cyclone.
At any moment it could change, but right now...
Traded left and right into the 4v4, but they want to keep battling for this mid control. some Jam Young in this round as he falls, but CycLone are giving them the full Monty here. 3v2 as Rek has to reposition. Trying to hold down. Oh, you madman! He was moving, that shot sails past, and that's a freebie for Mercury. This one ends the same way Nuke did, split neck and neck, but M80 holding this narrow lead at 8-7 going into the second half of their map pick.
This is Trace from space with a story that is very, very near to my heart. That's right, I am from space in some regards, in some way. Perhaps we all are. However, this one coming out of Mexico, big news here. You're going to need to sit down for this one. We're not talking about a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. In fact, what we are talking about is the 1,000-year-old alien corpses displayed in glass cases in Mexico. Now, they are quote-unquote mummified. This has been put out in front of the Mexican Congress and alleged, quote, non-human. End quote. And again, this is a very dear one, as I am Trace from space, reporting live.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of Anubis is ahead of us. But first, we need to clear something up, boys. The whole alien debate, a lot of rumors going around right now.
Are they among us?
We've seen those little green men they found. Yeah. What, mummified, I think they were said? What are your thoughts, Hugo? Yes or no? What are you thinking?
I need it. The fact that they won't independently verify it, or at least haven't yet, screams
It seems like, to me, like also a PR sort of stunt, right? Yeah. It seems like a big video.
That's the thing, Henry. You know me, I'm all for aliens. There are definitely aliens here. Are those the aliens? Probably not. We'll have to talk about it later because it's a bit of a B-rush right now. Mercury coming from outer space, flying in with the Julies and gets himself a double kill. Jam Young at the back of the site, a sticky situation, but he squeezes two out. It's only Rek. They're chasing him down, and the Julies do it back. CycLone with a pistol round. But here's the thing, Henry.
Go on.
The guy who presented all this alien stuff, he's been known to do this before. He's shown mummified corpses that actually did turn out to be humans.
He is
claimed they were aliens.
An unreliable narrator.
He is an unreliable person. So even if I want to believe,
talking about it. So.
Everyone is talking about it. I mean, UFO videos, UFOs definitely here. Like, no doubt about it.
No doubt,
corpses,
zero doubt.
Zero doubt.
Zero doubt.
That there are things in the sky that are not.
I've only
not
seen the
human.
VHS black and white footage, though. Like, until I see something more definitive, I don't care.
I don't think one video will ever convince you, though.
FaceTimed by
anything better than black and white VHS. That's all I'm asking for.
I don't think any footage will ever be enough to convince you, and that's reasonable, by the way. That's a reasonable take. I don't think any footage should be able to convince you. But we have a full eco, so screw this.
Keep going.
But Henry, we have we have US courts hearings all the way to the tippy top. We have senators calling for more information.
And that's great. That's great. I'd love to see the information. I'd love to see
there is information. We have individuals coming out from the Air Force talking about it. Talking about it for 100 years now.
They also
shut up. I want to hear his point.
They also become famous right after that point. As soon as they can't release the information, it's always just like, oh, trust me, bro.
Look, I'm not going to tell you Bob Lazar's not foolish. Like,
I'm just saying,
not behind everyone.
And I'm not saying I believe he believes what he's saying. Not saying he's a liar. I just feel like...
Who's lying? Who's doing the lying?
Well, I don't have the names here right now. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen, yeah, it's interesting.
I believe all alien sighting stories as fact. That's my stance.
Even the abduction stories?
Yeah,
no.
I think who are we
Harry's the crop circles, Harry. They've convinced him.
Why not?
Are crop circles still a thing? Does that still happen?
No. Crop circles actually started in the south of England, in one area specifically.
Big up south of England.
So it was actually a whole farmer's thing. That's the origin of crop circles.
Go on, Hugo. How were your family possibly embroiled in all this madness? What were they doing?
Where do you think the aliens came from?
My great auntie, she actually made the first crop circle.
No.
Well, we'll get into that later. There's definitely a lot to uncover there. I'll do some more research. I'll come back with some stronger points.
I'll come back with some more evidence for you to try and refute.
You're going to come back with evidence for aliens. I'm just making sure.
I'm apathetic. I would love to believe. It's just like I'm not convinced just yet.
And I think that's good. I think you have to remain, what's the word? Where you don't really believe it? Begins with an S. Probably.
Skeptical?
Skeptical. You have to remain skeptical, Henry.
Yes. At these times, these trying times, I think it's best to do so. As we get into... the gun round's actually here, boys. We've actually done very well. So, it's Mercury to defend Cyclone's honor. He's done a pretty good job. The opening frag is his, but just one and done for now. It's going to be leading M80 to an advantageous situation eventually. Bear in mind, they've got the AK-47s now up against the FAMASs and the MP9 of Moseyuh. He's had a pretty good showing this tournament so far. Managed to get an RV double digits twice. It was a 2-0 affair, but they gave him a run for their money. As we see the smoke go down towards dark, perfectly timed, and we'll rot the clock here. The bomb is positioned outside the B-bomb site itself on the back of Wolfie, setting up a smoke here for the left side of the obelisk. For now, just going to wait for that smoke to go down. They need dark control before they can pull the trigger. 2 CTs ready and waiting here.
Oh, what an entry. Kaze double up on the trade. And can he live? No, not long. malbs will clear him on the swing. 2-on-2 now. Despite that great dark hold, Cyclone have no control towards the B site. They're relying on a massive flank, a lengthy flank, a timely flank that he's walking as well. Because if they were down in dark, they would hear this. The fact that he's walking this so late might actually work to his advantage. Do they hold forever? They have to. malbs patient. And it pays off. No kit for the captain.
Beautiful shot there. That should be enough for M80. Looking to post their first here in the second half, and they've done so. 9-9. Pretty convincing, but bear in mind we do have money for Cyclone. A bit of a bonus situation, if you will, considering it was the third round buy coming in from M80. So a real chance to fight back, show us what they can do. But here we go on the T side. More favored affair. It's M80 with the opening pick back in towards B. Pretty basic, but lovely shots landing, especially for malbs to close out the round here. Excellent work.
Big malbs fan.
You guys are huge fans from what I heard. What is it you like so much about him?
Did you know that he learnt Portuguese to join Team 1?
Didn't know that. That's quite the challenge he took upon himself.
Yeah.
So learn a whole language.
Learn a whole language. He's obviously Guatemalan, but has spent a lot of time in America. I want to say Florida, but I might be wrong there. Yeah, long time in Team 1. Delved into 00 Nation, now known as Fake Natty for some reason. But that's what, yeah, since they got dropped by the org, that's their mixed team name, Fake Natty.
I see.
But yeah, not the most successful run there. But when he was playing in NA teams, it was very entertaining.
Fake Nash would have been sicker.
Fake Nash, yeah.
Oh, okay. Boys, we're going for the full-on B commitment here. This is wild. What a commitment. And the bomb goes down. I don't think I'm a huge fan of this one so far. We'll see if they can recover it. Doesn't look good. Kaze striking with the AWP. Bear in mind, glass cannon as well. Fighting for his life here. They've done enough. 4 players survive, and that's a bit of a nightmare call from M80. Not really the execution, looking for that pounce approach. We saw a lot from 5yclone in the first half. Everyone commits through the B main entrance. It's an absolute disaster, and they get nothing done. I don't think they're anticipating the AWP ready and waiting for them. So Rek, almost nothing to do here. A couple of kills would be considered somewhat of a victory.
Gonna be hard pressed to even deliver that, though. You know, maybe he can get the first. It's just going further than that. 5yclone wouldn't have to face him anymore. And every step of the way is going to be thwart with danger. So just the way Rek likes it, let's see what he's able to do in this 1v4. Out through dark, he does have a bit of a gap here. Yeah. That's not being held. Angle that Kaze has is a little shallower than that. The Molly's going to block off one of these trade kills, and so Kaze kind of had to nail that shot, really, to stop that getting out of control. 5yclone will still be there, stood tall to pick up the round at the end of it, and it's a big one for Kaze on that AWP.
It feels like a desperate call, Henry. You said you weren't a fan, and I can't blame you. You know, to call that after you win your first round on the T side, you get them on the tipping point of money, and then you just go for a B explosion. I mean, it looked rough. maNkz got Molly down to 10 health before he even got out.
They lost a lot of health on routes. They were in 1 ding potential across the board pretty much before they even entered the bomb site there. So, yeah, that's a round they'll live to regret, I would say, because now they're full eco after winning such a glorious one in the round previous. They'll have to operate with barely nothing here. They've got a boost towards middle. Desert Eagle for Swisher. Same story for Rek, so they half buy down to $2,000, trying to spend a bit of that extra residual cash, but with no utility and Glocks otherwise, you think their days are numbered here in round number 20, but they've got mid-control. If they can maybe trade out a kill some way towards Moseyuh, they'll be onto something. They've breached the double doors, and they'll probably get this kill here, down to 3 HP, but the game is up. They now know that A is under a lot of scrutiny here. Jam Young in position to mow them down. Nice shot through the smoke. Rek makes it work, and is there anything left to be said here? Maybe not, as we will see. Oh, the Desert Eagle actually find a kill, and maybe even the plant. Okay, this actually gets interesting here. They've both got Kevlar.
Yeah, Kevlar rifles kits are available, though, and plenty of nades. They're trying to take fights before 5yclone are ready to retake. This backstab is massive, and it's denied. They're on for a round right now. On the eco, the org fires off and forces Kaze to surrender.
Oh dear.
That's a 10th round out of nowhere.
The 2 players.
2 Deagles.
With the Deagles and Kevlar saved the day. A couple of frags apiece. As soon as that bomb was planted, they activated themselves, knew they had to be a little bit more on the front foot, facing towards A main. A beautiful Deagle shot to kick things off. You got a second towards A main as well. This one, great preemptive positioning, knew exactly what kind of flag was on the table there. And it's Swish up with the org in hand as well. I guess it's one of the maps you see the org quite a lot, playing towards middle especially. Not as popular as it used to be. The in-game leaders use it sometimes, and a couple of players on Anubis, but it's Swisher using it to great effect on the T side now as we go 10-10. 5yclone offer themselves up against the full eco. 3 Glocks, 2 Deagles. Proves to be too much.
Blimey.
Blimey indeed.
And now they got nothing. Just the orb. Kaze can play spawns. He does have a first spawn for mid or A. Play very active on CT side. Try and go for entry kills, reposition, stay mobile. Otherwise, they've got nothing.
Jam is made with 1 or more fruits, while marmalade uses citrus peels and juice, not the flesh of the fruit.
Ooh.
Oh, good fact.
Who sent that in?
That's from .typo. Yeah, he's let us know. He's actually made sure he tagged all of us, used the hashtag as well.
Wow, that's
so he really wanted to make sure we got this information.
That's good.
Yeah, so 1 or more fruits with jam, Marmalade is citrus peel. So that makes sense. It kind of does have a sort of bitter, sort of peely texture.
I
to
looked
it.
at the hashtag. There's actually a lot of people coming in with that information. So
Okay, I should have
We're getting a lot of
Thank you, Lunko, Jackson.
All right, here's
Clumsy.
another one for you then, Hugo.
Yeah.
Why did 5yclone get Advent to lead? He was the only guy with a free calendar. There you go, right?
That's a good
So there you
one.
are. There's something there. 10 to 10 is
you
the score.
Come up with that, or did you
Hell
steal
yeah, I came up with that.
Nice, dude. That's
I think I'm
fine.
stealing.
Jam's using
Normally I
entire
would
fruit by
steal,
crushing, pureeing, and cooking, whereas marmalades consist of the citrus
Oh, there is a lot of
peel,
jam
pulp,
content on
and the
Twitter right
juice.
now.
Appreciate all the jam facts, guys.
Yeah.
I couldn't have found this out myself.
Get involved in the conversation. This is your Pro League.
Do you
Twitch chat.
prefer jam or cream?
What? Well, cream, I suppose. Funnier in
course you
general.
do.
Cream has been
What do
the
you
backbone of my career for the last 6 years, to be honest
That's
with you.
been the back.
Creamy G, they used to call him.
Creamy jeans.
Creamy jeans.
Henry jeans.
How did you get the cream out of your jeans, Henry?
I think we never did.
No.
We just had to get rid of them. Once you get a certain level of cream inside the fabric, it's done. Like
Creamed up for real, for real.
Yeah.
This is a broken pie with 2 rifles and 5yclone are making it work. A 5-on-4.
About to bust into the B side.
Oh, yeah.
Lord help him.
You got to keep it
They
going after that.
busting. Check this out. maNkz. Oh, running it in, but his train stops. maNkz and Rek find a couple of kills apiece. It ends up in this 3v2. Bomb's going to get planted for M80.
Yeah, it was getting a little bit desperate for 5yclone, trying to deny the plant. The Desert Eagle not connecting, and quite a solid advantage here as M80 have a 3 versus 2. No kits available again, but a key frag. Moseyuh will find Swisher. Gives them a bit of breathing room here. They've got the incendiary to work with as well. Kaze with the incendiary deploys it towards main entrance, but a very easy shot by Wolfie standards. That should be enough to win the round here. Even if he finds both kills, the defuse might not be possible still.
Just run. Get out of there.
Call it off.
They're giving you a chance. And Kaze will have to take it, escaping with his AWP for a 2nd round in a row as M80 continue to rack up T rounds, trading back and forth now. Finally 2 in a row. Maybe they've got a T side after all. Maybe they've got a map in their back pocket. They've sat on it. It's gotten crushed. It's gotten warm.
Sorry, I just read something. Did someone just write unsolved mystery cream jeans? That's all there. One of the many mysteries that we have going on here.
There hasn't been enough cream this season, though, has there? A distinct lack of cream so far in Pro League.
Jason's here now. We can get him to up the cream factor.
He is the chairman of cream, to be fair. He decides who gets creamed, when they get creamed, how they get creamed.
And why they get creamed?
Why they get creamed. Yeah, so the chairman of cream will be on the broadcast later, I'm sure, and he can update us on the situation.
What's your favorite way to get creamed, Henry?
Double pie to the face.
Nice.
Delivered by Yanko, ideally. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't
Double
hold back.
Yanko cream pie coming straight
the
up.
cream punch. Yeah. And that's how I'd like to receive it. I'm going to cream again. I'd only let Yanko do it. As Jam Young goes on. It's a full eco, pretty much.
Talking of jam, you know, what first on the scone? Firstly, scone.
Scone for me.
Scone.
But I'm not sure if that's correct. I
don't know.
Scone.
What do you put on first? Cram or G?
Bro, I don't think I've had one since I was maybe 11 years old. But we go right back.
You're thinking.
I go jam then cream personally because I don't like a lot of cream.
That word, man.
I'm more of a jam guy.
I believe that.
What do you guys have for breakfast when you're here at the hotel? Are you going for like an early
Usually
lunch?
a monster or two and then on with the day, really.
On the empty stomach.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything today. It's normally just how it goes down.
You love the fast?
I think so. It keeps your mind kind of on edge, you know. You're constantly in like hunter-gatherer mode.
You have to commit
that
to it,
sounds
though.
awesome. I would love to always be
Constantly
like, on
paranoid,
edge and kind of hungry.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
Looking out for leopards.
So, yeah, I'm planning on eating at like about 7 p.m. tonight.
Wow.
First feed of the day. Keeps me humble, you know. Keeps me going.
Keeps you humble.
Yeah.
You had a anything?
one meal.
You've had a monster though.
Always have a
So
monster.
you did break the fast.
Yeah, liquid form, I suppose. But monsters every day for me.
Yeah.
It's
Not
what-
even chilling.
No, exactly. Keeps the Henry G operation alive and well. for now, as we get into round number 23. Food will come later. But
right now, M80 are feasting. Multiple rounds in a row, forcing the save of the AWP. Big save last round to allow for this full buy again for 5yclone. They've once more got no kit. We've had a lot of retakes. Remember that, it might come in handy later.
Org is out and about. It's only really worked out for M80 so far, to be honest. Advent using it towards the A side of the map here, back at the platform.
Why does the org look so tiny?
What, in his hands right now?
No, not right there. It's really small. That's
It's just so small, you can't see it.
And now with the world's smallest org.
Keychain size here. Nice little setup. You can see Jamyoung just playing with the utility, flashbang in hand as soon as his teammates take contact, can allow him to peel off, get a bit of extra space, and they might need it. As we have got an A split potentially coming forth here. Wolfie, spots the arm, I think.
Yeah. Question is, what do they do after they peel off? Do they puree it? Do they boil it? Do they turn it in to a jam of swords? B-Pop, Mercury, back turn, just getting behind the site. They line up, and Mercury drops 2. Right and ready is Kaze with his kill, but again, no kit, and there should be a bomb plot. I love the move from Rek, very aggressive, and the bomb will even be able to go down for him as well. There's no one here. Moseyuh doesn't want to play ahead of his team, and just about as the plant comes through, that should give away the post-plant position. That should give away Rek.
Yeah,
and Moseyuh's gone hunting. He's won the round. Sick heads-up play from Moseyuh, not falling for their devilish ways.
Yeah, that's actually great awareness there. Good point, Hugo. The backside plant suggests something was afoot there. It wasn't a usual situation. I did like the heads-up play from Rek, getting himself in a position where he could potentially win the 3 versus 1, but great awareness. 5yclone will be not tying things up, but 1 round away. Bomb plant goes down, so there is a pretty strong buy for M80 going forward. But this was a beautiful little sequence. Mercury gets a double kill. Floaty stickers. Love to see that.
I've got a couple of submissions from fans, if we want to.
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
Come through. Why not cream facts from Casey? He said, cream naturally thickens with age. Is that something you've experienced, Henry?
Yeah, it gets clotted, right? That's the whole philosophy behind clotted cream. You leave it a while, it gets harder, thicker, stronger. And that makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of things over time get harder. I think almost everything would, right?
Not everything.
Well, not everything. I think provably not everything.
In a way.
I got some bad news for you, actually.
Don't worry, Henry. You'll peak soon.
I was thinking like it gets stale, right? Bread gets harder.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, I can see that.
Cake would get harder.
Yeah.
Naturally
to eat.
Yeah.
And okay. We've also got one submission from Asian CS resident Blair Sudan Wakambam.
What's he got for us?
I'm creaming myself listening to this cast.
That's nice.
So good for that. Thank you, Blair.
Creaming himself. Now, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, let's not delve too deep into the
like cream and
etymology.
jam, man. I don't want to.
He's jamming out. Listen to the cast, Henry.
He's jamming out. Okay.
He's jamming out right now, and so are we. In a 4-on-5, M80 looking to run this into the B site.
Ooh. Here's the util in over the top. Mercury out of ammo, gonna have to swap out to a different rifle. M80 now look to go, but this Kaze AWP has been very annoying in these B plays. They're gonna deal with it after 1. Now they've got this kill trap down in dark. Mercury was on a bit of a timer there, and it will expire. Finding its way down into this 2-on-3. Jamyoung and Moseyuh left up against it here as they brace for this retake.
Surely not gonna go for it. It looks like they're out of position, out of time, and now out of jam. As Mr. Young will go down and Moseyuh.
Mr. Young.
Mr. Young.
The doctor will see you now. A quick check-in with the MD,
malbsMd. Doctor in session. Moseyuh, though, unfortunately, unable to make the appointment. Makes his way out of there. M4 in hand, and M80 feels like they're in cruise control. It looks like these T rounds where they are able to run their defaults, they can get the bomb planted. It seems like a foregone conclusion each and every time. 3 players surviving here, touching distance of taking us to a 3rd, which is overpass, bear in mind. A very tactical affair. You don't see many of those these days.
I do wonder, maybe worry how 5yclone will fare there, especially considering they've started to get We'll run out of juice here at the end of map 2. M80 with a bit of a streak. Very quiet maps from the in-game leaders.
Yeah, true. Advent 9 and 15. maNkz with, what, 6 kills?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. But I guess it's absolutely fine.
He's on my fantasy team.
Is he?
Oh,
he loves
Why has he done that?
It's fine, you know, sometimes you've got to take a risk or two.
Yeah. Sure.
But will that risk pay off? That's what we're about to find out in this round here. maNkz has got a chance to have his impact out through
Oh,
dark.
it's a good
He's
position.
got a nice gap.
Oh, the timing couldn't be worse.
It's
fine.
It's all good.
Doesn't cost them a round,
No,
but it might cost them a player.
Long. This is a nice mid-round move out of CycLone. maNkz has kind of dropped the ball there on that push through dark. And so that's going to change the nature of the round. They're going to try and split the A-play. Kaze with this AWP. That he's always in the right place. This AWP is always making life miserable in the takes for M80. And so they chase down Wolfie on the close. CycLone don't let the gap widen between them and this M80 squad.
Just when you're ready to write them off, they come in with a round like that. They've done that a couple of times in this map. M80 had their own Deagle eco win. That's a robbery.
And now you can hear the special music is playing. It means a tone shift is in the arena right now. The final tactical timeout for M80. They're currently up 13 to 12, but now need to make a few decisions. The money, it's good, but it's not amazing. Concessions will have to be made for Swisher, especially with $2,600. They do not want to get 2-0'd here, do not want to go down to the last chance bracket. They've got a lot to prove. This young roster. Rory behind them, able to chime in now, pick up the morale, decide the approach going into the next round. As I said, there is a buy. They should be purchasing fully into this one. Won't be able to bring out the AWP in the hands of Wolfie unless he went glass cannon. Not going to do that. Opt to the AK instead. CycLone with a very impressive round can still pull this back in regulation. There's one round separates these two teams, 13 to 12. And we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Jam Young still with the MP9. Managed to make it work in a very effective manner in the previous round. Long range towards dark from jail. And maNkz. Assertive walk in towards A main.
Oh, look at Mercury go. This is wild.
They hear this?
Yeah, they will hear this. He's not being discreet about it. But no one's been able to react or punish it. So there's a double flank coming in right now. No one's even paying attention. They ran the whole way.
Wow. Swisher not hear it through the water. I guess the water's not the same as, you know, running
the
on
water
on
is different, yeah. It's difficult to really locate exactly what's going on.
But
you can say they're in water, but
yeah.
Can you tell they're actually speeding behind them? I'm not sure.
It's a constant stream of information despite that, and he maybe can't hear over the comms, over the nades going in. No one turns. And the MP9 does just fine with that backstab. Talking of which, malbs may be wrapping around the beach, but they've got their eyes on it, man. Jam's jiggling, and Swish is dead, so malbs has had a fantastic map here, but this is too much for one man. Might
One
have to
doctor.
save.
With all to play for.
He's got the patience. There's no doubt.
Oh, there it is.
Hey,
That's the gold we were looking to spin, Hugo.
Yeah.
Amazing work there.
That's that
Panning through the
twinergy
sand.
between the two of you.
Oh,
you know?
that's really great stuff. That might have saved the cast in itself.
I wouldn't go that far.
M80 might need rescuing here. Unfortunately for them, that is a significant
another
round.
link back
What if they get
in.
2-0 now after this?
After all this,
After all this.
it's looking like it could be on the cards here because they got $2,000. In terms of loss
Yeah.
bonus, they're going to be, what, third stage going forward to 2,400 on top of what they currently have. So without the plan, they'll be operating with the bare minimum going into round number 28 here. They've managed to win an eco before, bear in mind. It was Glocks and a couple of Deagles, but it was a different setup for CycLone. They still had the MP9s in the mix. Now they've got 3 AK-47s, an AWP, and malbs. Looking like he's ready for a fight. He needs to make something happen. He's got the only Desert Eagle available. P250 otherwise for Wolfie, as they hope for a mistake. Someone to offer themselves up and give him an opportunity to strike. That was pretty much it. So we'll have to go investigate their options elsewhere.
This just never felt like CycLone were going to win this map. The whole way, with how many saves they were forced into on CT side, not even close rounds.
Only getting 7 rounds on the CT side as well,
Yeah.
right? You'd think that's a death sentence on a map like Anubis.
They get full eco'd. My goodness. And then they go and win this ragtag MP9 buy into a round like that where they rush a flank where Swisher should be hearing them, but he doesn't. And M80 backstabbed, pronounced dead at the scene. They have, I mean, you know, I'm jumping the gun here, but they have one rifle round and all the money is in the pocket of CycLone. This could be weird. If Kaze doesn't hit the opener, he could get overrun.
He has got some backup coming in from Advent at least, but there's the missed shot, a chance here as they start to sprawl in towards the bomb site. It should be absolutely fine. The question is how clean it will be. Well, actually a little bit messy here. Malbs will be picking up a couple of frags, paying off the debts for the Deagle. Doesn't have Kevlar, 3 HP if he gets one more. That's a magnificent effort.
Naded his teammate, of course. But
there we go.
Now, anyway, it's Jamyoung to close 14-13. This is it. This is the one chance. M80 will feel a singe of regret if they don't win this rifle round and drag us into 3 maps. It will feel like a wasted opportunity in this series.
That's right, Henry. Great analysis as usual. Good insights, like we did there.
I'm known for it.
Known for something.
Years of experience.
How many years exactly? That's the question.
Multiple.
I've been doing this since 2002, Hugo. Imagine that. Imagine that. Where did all the time
Wait,
go?
I'm Hugo now. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I got confusing, even for me.
I was pretending to be you. Explosive dark take, and it won't pay off. The flash will. M80, wake up at the right time.
Moseyuh's going to send him to bed. 2 kills from him in the sight hold. Leaves it all on Kaze.
Have to go for it.
May as well, right? Creeping in with the AW. He's looking for a route back into the 1v2. Kaze has so often been someone to tip the scales in these sight takes, but here he's been timed, shot in the back, and cleanly done by Wolfie to find 14 all.
Yeah, maybe rare on that one. Wouldn't go too cooked. 14 apiece, and M80, what an explosive finish there. Can't believe CycLone coming with a play like that, swinging dark.
It's ambitious, isn't it? Through the smoke, the surprise attack. It was a clean kill to close things out. You're right, Harry.
What if you redid Tazon this chocolate rain, but instead of that, it's jam cyclone?
Go on. And so how would that sound?
There's something there, isn't it?
Jam cyclone, chocolate rain. Yeah, there is something.
One of the things.
Maybe we can work on making that happen.
Or battle.
Kaze
Jam
cyclone. On the line.
What's the next part of the song? Bum, 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 jam cyclone.
Maybe for later. They just pop in B dry, but they've got space. Jamyoung is trapped at the back of the site. They're raining down death. They're raining down chocolate, but it's a sweet treat for CycLone as they come through with 2 kills. He needs to get killed. He needs to die. And maNkz will deliver it with a 3rd shot. What a spray. Just Kaze left, and they evaporate from this situation. He'll try and hunt them down. They know it's coming. They can't stop it, though. Missed shot. Just trying to buy time as the bomb makes it in. Kaze, he won't commit to that.
Back to an M4.
Okay.
Goes for it again.
Go on.
Off the AWP now, and that's going to bring him into the 1v1. It's maNkz who started this with a terrifying transfer to find 3. Left in a 1v1 and a lengthy routing down the pipeline for Kaze as he's got to wrap all the way around back to mid.
En route, though, he does find the defuse kit and the incendiary, and he can see there's so much to cover here. He has 0 information as to where maNkz can be positioned. He's currently towards the fountain here. Needs to drop that incendiary, maybe at A main, and just go for a defuse, try and bait him out. But yeah, you're right, Hugo. He needs to get his skates on now. Gives him his position. maNkz should have a clean kill here. Surely, no! He's given it up. He's fumbled it. He had all the advantages you could ask for there. He has the sound cue and didn't peek. Didn't want to take the risk.
He just went to buy time, Henry.
Yep, and it's an absolute disaster after so many amazing kills in the run-up to that situation. That's how they give up series point. He did the hard work.
I think he just thought he was running for the tap, not trying to jump up on the pillar. He's just trying to buy time. High. Kaze sees the elbow. A millimeter from death. They thought that was never going to happen with such a long rotate.
That's such a gut punch. Morale's going to be in the bin after that one.
It might just be a 2-0.
Especially when he's having a rough game as well. That was his chance of redemption, right? maNkz was what, 6-12?
Can't blame anyone but yourself. 3 kills.
I should say.
3 kills.
And
the sick entries, and he can't close the one-on-one. The low health puts the fear in him.
it was just kind of the worst of both. It was like you either stay alive or you take the fight. He didn't really do either. If you're playing the sound cues, you kind of duck around the pillar and you try and just buy a few extra seconds, but he kind of froze up, stun locked.
After that, yeah. Oof, that hurts.
But fortunately, he did do significant financial damage. So they can, well, it's the last round, but it means that there's a FAMAS and a lack of kits, I suppose. That's the angle I was going with.
Yeah, no.
That's what he's trying to say.
It makes it even more now.
Thanks, you buggered it, but at least you did significant financial damage. This is it, though. This is what it's all come down to. Cashing the checks. Cyclone have enough.
It's weaker than it could have been.
The M80 have it, though. malbs on 25 kills. If I'm maNkz, I'm giving him the AK after that one.
I think that's fair. Yeah. He did hit a couple of bangers beforehand, but let's see if they can take it to overtime. Last-ditch attempt in towards the B side. It's an execution. Nice. And you see the CTs are behind the smoke, so this is uncomfortable. Significant damage being inflicted as they spam through the smoke. The plant attempt comes through. It looks like it's absolutely fine, but it will be the Molotov that will just push the CTs out of position. And they're finding all the kills. Are we done? It looks like we might be 4 versus 2. maNkz would have to go huge. A chance of redemption. Not going to come into fruition. And malbs would have to do something unthinkable here. And there we have it. A 2-0 victory for Cyclone.
Unbelievable game for the Chinese team. Kaze, the Malaysian, he puts on some fantastic rounds and the clutch to boot at 15. What a game for Cyclone. Their nuke looked impressive. Zhang Yang came in slick and sweet as we know him to be. And M80, another case as was the first.